3 of the 5. We had a bad practice yesterday. One of the spots, 4-man's back open for 4-man's back open. I thought we had a 4 settled, but I mean, I love old Sims, but when Sims gets comfortable, man, it just gets bad. So we need Epps back, so we got somebody to push Sims. So 4 spots open. We may start Combs there at the 4 and the 5, play a little bigger. We may start Rochelle, play a little smaller. Heck, we may start Sims still. I don't know. We're going to try it all out today. Probably tomorrow sometime. I mean, I got to decide tomorrow because I got to start sequencing all the plays with the different lineups. So I got to do that tomorrow. So tomorrow at some point. But I was just, I mean, we hadn't had, we could have some consistency at that spot. Yeah, we script plays. So we sequence plays. So out of every timeout, they have a sequence of 2 plays that they're going to run. And then we walk through all the sequences and script through all the sequences. All that stuff's script. So we run stuff early to set up stuff late, that sort of thing. Well, like we've got guys that yeah, it's a little bit of lack of consistency. That's a nice way to put it. But we've also got guys that can only do certain things. So maybe our best offensive player at the 4 is our worst defensive option at the 4. Our best offensive option at the 3 is our worst defensive option at the 3. So then are you going to play the 2 defensive guys at the 3 and 4 knowing Alcorn State's going to play 38 minutes worth of matchup zone defense and have basically 2 non-shooters out there at those spots? Or are you going to play? I mean, you've got to balance all that out. Well, yeah, I think whatever you do, I mean, if you're going to go climb Mount Everest, your first step has to be the biggest and the boldest. You can't be tiptoeing up the mountain to start, right? I mean, your first step's got to be big, bold, out there, ready to go. And so I think certainly when you kick the season off, your first step, your first game, you've got to take a big, bold step and make progress and be out there. You want to be fast out of the gates. Yeah, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. We just haven't just played live bullets against each other, live games against each other. We haven't done that a ton, and so it's going to take some time for guys to get used to each other, know where guys are going to be, play off of each other. And that's part of the growing process as a team. That's part of the maturing process as a team, and we're going to need to do that. We're going to need to do it quickly because, you know, we've got good teams we're playing and quick. Well, I like them because they're tough, and I like them because you can measure output and how hard they're going and give them a goal and a time. I came to use them because we used to make guys push sandbags down the sideline and back, and they would use it as a rest. It would take some guys it would take 30 seconds because they'd want to get back and practice quickly. Some guys it would take 2 minutes, and they'd say, "Coach, I'm pushing the sandbag. I got it back." You could just go at your own pace. So I went to Coach Golden. I said, we can't let guys go at their own pace. Like, we got to have something that we can measure. And he said, oh, I've got the perfect device here. And so we invested in a few of those. Good investments. Yeah, the ones you climb and you get the feet. Yeah, they're not easy to do. They're not easy to do. You get in good shape real quick. Get in good shape real quick. No, it's always fun to get out and see the fans, and we appreciate everybody coming out. I think everybody's excited. We're certainly excited about the opener on Friday. We hope everybody can make it out on Friday night as well. Should be a fun time and as we kick off the season. But I appreciate the fans. I think the fans are passionate about LSU. I think they're we've at least piqued their interest a little bit with the basketball. They're going to give us a shot, and now it's on us to deliver a product that's worth people continuing to care about, and that's on me, that's on our players, that's on us to deliver that product, and we certainly don't take that lightly. But it was a fun time at the luncheon, and great atmosphere, and really, really good folks. Yeah, I saw some improvement in some areas. Yeah, I saw some improvement. Defensively, we were okay. We were fair. It's better than poor. All right, so that's a step up, but slight step up. But we're nowhere near where we need to be to win tough games, big games. We're not where we need to be. So we got to continue to get better there. Thing that you can't let happen between, we didn't make a lot of shots against Tulane. We made a few more shots in the scrimmage. So, but that's my whole point. We can't be jump shot reliant. Like, the one thing I am proud of, both games we significantly out-rebounded our opponent. I think that's something that we're going to have to continue. We're going to have to do that against Alcorn on Friday. They're an elite offensive rebounding team. Elite offensive rebounding team. So we're going to have to do a great job. And when they get the ball, they kick it back out, and they're going to waste another 25 seconds of the shot clock. Like, they're going to put the game. It's going to be like a tractor pull. They're going to have it so slow. So I mean, we've got to do a great job with that. I was proud of our rebounding, but we've still got to be able to dig in and get stops and man-to-man defense and just not let people beat us, and not take the easy way out on a lot of things. I mean, we've eased him back in. I expect him to be as close to full go as we can get. He's probably at about 90%. But, I mean, a lot of times his 90% is better than some of our other guys that we got 100%. So we got to roll with him. Oh, he's good now. He knows how to play. I mean, the first time I ever saw him in live practice was 10 days ago. I mean, I'd watch tape on him, and, I mean, he was like an apparition. You didn't know where he was. He was around, but you didn't know where he was. You didn't know what he could do. But, I think he's good. He knows how to play. He's smart. He's older. He knows where to move on the basketball court. He's got very, very good feel. And, I think he's going to be able to help us this year. He's definitely a value added to what we're doing from maybe what we were expecting. I mean, we went from 2 months ago not thinking he was going to hardly be able to play at all to now I'm sitting here. I mean, he's gonna play significantly, and he's going to be able to help us. Well, he can sub in for WAP. He can play the 5 and the 4, so he can play both spots, and he's smart. He knows all. I mean, asked him before the scrimmage on Saturday. I said, what plays do you know? I said, give me a list of plays that you know. He said, Coach, I know them all. I said, no, you don't. I said, what's hook one out spread? I said, show me that one real quick. And he boom, 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 throw it back to the 4-man, one more to the corner. I'm like, my goodness. I mean, I'm like, it's pretty good. He said, Coach, I've been sitting out the whole time. He said, I was going to learn to play, so when I came back, you didn't have an excuse not to play me. I said, okay, that's good, Jeremy. I like that. I just thought you were sitting over on the bike just messing around, but he was paying attention. So I mean, he knows all our plays from the 4 and the 5. So you do that increases your chance to play. There's 40 minutes at the 4 and 40 minutes at the 5. There's 80 minutes if you combine them. So when you got, he's got a chance to earn a fair share of those. I just told you I'm struggling at the 4 right now till we get Epps fully back. So we need some guys. And I don't want Sims has done good this year. He's been good. He's done a nice job, but he's just got to be more consistent. He's got to be more consistent, and he was for a while, but the last 3 or 4 days he played really well against Tulane, and since then we just haven't gotten much, and we got to get more, and we will. He's a good player, a good kid. We're gonna get more. But we need it like now. We play Friday. We don't have time to keep waiting around for this to come back out. Yes. He's a rugged kid. Rugged kid. Tough, rugged kid. Yeah. He's not going to get pushed around on there. He's going to be able to rebound that ball. so I think their definition of the effort and my definition of the effort are a little ways away. I think, oh, how can I put this nicely? I think when your expectations are here, and maybe my expectations are here, and you raise to here, you think you've done something. And yeah, that's better than maybe where we were, but that's not nearly where we need to be. And we need to be up here where I want us to be consistently for 40 minutes. So when you go from here to here, yeah, that's progress, but that's not good enough. And so, but I will say in their defense, when you go from here to here, you do think you've done something. You just haven't done enough. Just haven't done enough. And so there's more. There's always more to be done. You got that? Everybody's always got more in them. There's always more that can be done, and that's what we've got to get. So I think when you raise the expectations and they, the expectations are maybe quite a bit higher than they've experienced or think they can do, and you raise below that, they think they've done something, which they have done something. They've gotten a little bit better. But I'm not into a 5% increase. I'm into a 100% increase, and so we've got a lot more progress to make there. What do you mean? You just got to give your best every day. Show up, work hard, do your job. That's what I ask you to do. Just be on time, do what you're supposed to do, and work as hard as you can possibly work with everything that you do. It's more similar to Chattanooga. Chattanooga was a lot more similar to the situation we're handling here. So it was more similar. I mean, VCU, we walked into a Ferrari. You just had to mash the gas and keep it out of the ditch and drive it fast. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, we tweaked a few things because the personnel changed, but, I mean, you just kept the thing on the road, you're going to be in pretty good shape. But Chattanooga, we had to continue on that analogy, I guess we had to, drop the transmission and rotate the tires, and we had a lot of work to do. We had some body damage. We had to go to the body shop. We had a lot of work to do, and so that's more similar to what we're doing here. We're just trying to change a mindset, change a way of thinking, change maybe what I would consider a minimalist approach, and so we're in the process of changing all that. Does that answer? Okay. I know I went off track there a little bit. Okay. No. It's a good question. I feel very good about it. I feel more comfortable with those two than I feel very comfortable. I think those guys, Trey and Sky, it's important. I think I said yesterday, maybe I've said it somewhere, that we're not the same team when Skyler's not on the court. All right, he brings an IQ to us. He's a cerebral player. He just brings a lot of value to what we're doing. It's important for Tremont. He's a freshman point guard. Now we're gonna live. I mean, it's gonna be. We may get seasick sometimes because it's gonna be rocky. It's gonna be rocky. He's a freshman point guard. He's going to make mistakes. Like, we understand that. Now, he's going to have some phenomenal games. But, in a 3-game stretch, we'll probably have one really good game, one okay game, and one poor game. I mean, that's just what we're dealing with. He's a freshman point guard. But he's going to be better off, and we're going to be better off having played him. And he's, quite frankly, our best option. And so, on some of those, on the mediocre night and the bad night, to have Skyler out there who can kind of help us keep it from being quite so rocky. He's got some point guard. He's got a point guard mentality. He's critical for Trey and being able to help Trey on maybe those nights when things aren't going perfect. So I think it's going to work extremely, extremely well. At least I'm banking on it working extremely, extremely well. That's what we're hoping for. Yes. I mean, unless something crazy happens between now and Friday, but I would anticipate those two starting at the 1 and 2, and I would anticipate doo-wop starting at 5. I hope. I mean, we're hoping to get Epps back as quickly as we can. I mean, he solves our problems at the 4 because, 1, he's a good player, and 2, Sims is going to have to kick it out of neutral back into high gear a little bit. So, I think he solves our issues there. So we're hopeful that we'll have him back. But if not Samford, we definitely want to have him back for Maui. We've got a little. We don't play again until next Thursday, so we've got a little bit of time after this game Friday to recalibrate. But we need him back. Yeah, we're moving it up again next year. They're supposed to vote on it. They're voting on it, I think, in January or February. You know when it is, Kent? January, I think. I think it's in January. They're going to move it up. We could actually play our first game on the Tuesday of this week. So we could have played our first game yesterday. That's going to be the start date next year as long as it goes through, which I think everybody's pretty much anticipating it going through. So it's going to move up another couple days next year to a Tuesday night start. But I like starting early, and it gives you time to spread out. And when you're a team, like we're going to be a team that's very reliant on our preparation, very reliant on our scouting. We're going to need to make up some points with our prep and our scouting, and so we need some time between games. I thought this was important to get some time between our first game and Samford so we can spend a couple of days fixing ourselves and fixing what we need to fix ourselves, and then spend the next couple of days getting ready for Samford, who's going to be picked to win the SoCon. So, we're gonna have a lot of work ahead of us. But I like being able to spread the games out more and give us time for some preparation. Yeah, we feel we're excited about the guys that we signed today and the guys that we're going to sign a little bit later on in the period. We appreciate the guys believing in us, showing their belief in us, and we think it's a well-rounded class. We've got a little bit of every position. We lose, some frontline guys with Wop and Epps and Jeremy and some of these guys. So we feel like we've done a good job replenishing the front line. We feel like we've added some pop to our backcourt. And we're excited about those guys joining us. I mean, we're comfortable with having the best players we can have, and I think we want to give them a good experience, and we want them to feel good about their experience here. And I think that involves us helping them get better and our team winning to help them accomplish their goals. So we're going to take the best players we can possibly get. You guys must have liked that one. That's 2 questions I've had on that. Yeah, I mean, my assistants did a very good job identifying guys. Greg Heyer now, he's a bloodhound on the recruiting trail, my assistant. I mean, he is an absolute bloodhound, and he gets after it and does a very, very good job. And he has a good, he came from a similar program. I told Heyer when we got here, I said, I just want a higher level version, the highest level version of kind of the guys that we're used to coaching. And Coach Benford's been around a long time. He's a kind of a cagey vet. He just knows a lot of people and is able to kind of wiggle our way in some creases in there. And then Coach Armstrong does a really good job on the back end. He's great on the visits, and he does a really good job on the back end of making sure the paperwork and the academic stuff and all that sort of thing goes through. He's very, very good with that, and good recruiter. He got here a little bit later than everybody else, so he really started on. We had him focus on our 2019s, and he's done a really good job of getting us in on the 2019s while helping us with the other stuff, with the collateral stuff from the 2018. So my staff did a good job identifying guys, and then when you're able to get a point guard that other people like to play with and other people know, and that kid's really bought into your situation, that helps a ton. That helps a ton. I can't tell you the amount of calls from different kids we had that wanted to play with him. And we just had to kind of sift through it all and figure out who we thought fit and who didn't fit and that sort of thing. And so, Kent, we haven't mentioned one specific name, Kent. Huh? Yeah, we're just talking about any point guard. I said anytime you get a point guard that other people want to play with, that really helps. That's too far. It's very true. See, look, you guys don't even have to come back tonight. 2 for 1. All right, we good? We're not good. No, I'm serious. Yeah, we'd love. I mean, I know the 11 a.m. kick's not the best for for our football, but you know, we'd love for everybody driving in around the state who's coming in early for the game, who would typically come on game day, who's now coming the night before. We'd love for them to come check us out. You can get a ticket for basically for nothing, for $1, and we'd love for you to come Friday night at 7 o'clock. Thanks for the softball. Lobbed it up there. I didn't even hit that one. It'll be exciting. You know, it'll be exciting. I was thinking about it a little bit today in my office because I always text some people on opening day. I text my athletic director who hired me at Chattanooga every opening day, thanking him for giving me an opportunity. And I was just kind of adding some people who helped make the LSU make this a reality. So I was adding those to my list and getting my text ready for Friday morning. So, you know, I'm excited about it, but really you don't. I mean, we just don't. I mean, we've got so much work to do between now and then, and just focused on Alcorn and what we got. I mean, there's just not a lot of time to. I mean, it'll hit me when we're out there and we're playing, and I'm on a different sideline, and things are a little bit different, you know. But there's not a lot of time to dwell on all that right now. But it'll be exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.